If Preston has a new fiance, then what is he worried about Danni for? What's good, y'all? It's your good sis, Erica Vane, coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Sistas video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about Danni, Preston, and his little hoe, Miss Mindy. But specifically, I want to talk about, does Preston want to get a little polyamory going on? Do he want Danni and Mindy? Hit the subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my sisters' conversations. Season 6 is returning on May 31st. And you know, I'm going to be here breaking down every single episode, giving you previews for the new episode, as well as discussing each of the storylines. So subscribe so you can join the tribe. Now, without further ado, let's talk about Mr. Preston. Because in the Season 6 trailer, we get to see Danni runs into him at the bar. And not only is she running into him, but she's running into him with little Miss Mindy. We already talked about her. She kind of cute or whatever. But we still don't like you, ho, because we supporting Danni. Okay? We sending 10 toes down for Danni. And this sends her, I'm sure, into a deeper spiral because she's already running to the bar after running away from the girls who tried to have an intervention with her back at their house. Now, I think that Preston is going to be the one that looped the girls in, that she's actually there and that she's drinking a lot, because also in the trailer we get to see the girls actually show up and they're talking to her. But the thing that I want to focus on most is that when we are outside Karen's hair mastery, because we know that her salon is going to burn down a little bit later on in the season, so this won't be the premiere episode or anything, but this fire actually happens. And I did a video about explaining how exactly I think it happened, so you can check that out in the description box and the cards above, okay? But Preston is here with everybody else rallying around Karen to support. And I'm like, that is giving boyfriend steez. That is giving supportive. That is giving family. That is giving you don't have a white fiance that you pulled from back home and now you running around Atlanta throwing her up in Danny's face. Why are we here? Now, the little fiance is not at Karen's place outside with everybody else, but Preston is. And that leads me to believe that he is still pursuing something with Danni. I can't for the life of me figure out how in the hell he wants to pursue anything with Danni while bringing this girl into town and then already having run into Danni with the girl. So Danni has met the girl, even though she has said that she did not want to meet the girl, see the girl. She has been ready for them to go ahead and put their relationship to rest and no longer see each other, period. Make it make sense, Preston. Now, the only way that this would actually work out is if he basically, I guess, sends Mindy packing. But at this point, I feel like the damage has been done. And shout out to the people in the comment section of some of my other videos, because some of y'all were like, well, Danni has already treated Preston bad and this is her fault. Y'all love the victim blame, but like, let's clean it up and make it a little bit neater. I want everybody to understand that when I'm saying that I'm standing 10 toes down on Danni's side in this, it's not because I think that she was 100% right in how she handled Preston. I do think that it was wild for her to have the dialogue that she had about him and her racial background and like him dating black women, but also not being willing to actually give him any type of guidance or resources to be able to learn and grow and how he could love her better, specifically as a black woman. I definitely think that whole storyline was wild. I think it left a lot to be desired when it comes to Tyler Perry. He didn't do what he needed to do for these characters. But my biggest issue with Preston is, regardless of how Danni treated you, the fact that you were able to go to her as a woman, not even just a black woman, but as a woman, and tell her, if you don't decide to commit to me right now, I am going to go and pick a girl that I have known my entire life, that has been here in the background this entire time, and I don't actually want to be with her, but I need to be with somebody. That sends up so many damn red flags for me that it's ridiculous. Not only is it disrespectful to Danni, it's also disrespectful to this girl, and it also shows a lack of vision. One of the things that chaps my ass specifically the most about men is if men are currently operating within their lives on some raggedy ass timeline that they came up with when they was 14, 15, 16 and are not actually making adjustments for based on how their life is currently going. I get it. You want to be married by 30 or married by 35 or married by 40, whatever the hell it looked like when you cultivated your plan. But sometimes things don't go as planned. And Preston gives me that he has this idea for what he wanted to do by certain points and times in his life, but that does not factor in the people that you actually run across and meet, how you actually feel about those people, how those people feel about you, and then also all the people involved, what they actually need in the moment. You and Danni are not at a place to commit to each other in the way that you actually want. So your thought process or your answer to that is to try to force her versus giving yourselves a little bit more space and room to cultivate that potential relationship and develop that connection a little bit further so that you ultimately can get there. Why? All because you want to be there at the time that you want to be there, which to me is something that's driven in your ego or steeped in your ego and not actually focused on you wanting to be a great partner to Danni. So while Danni has a lot that she needs to work on personally, she don't deserve the emotional and mental abuse that comes by way of this goofy ass ultimatum and you positioning your timeline and your goals as if they are actually her problems in her life. You are not worth all of what it takes to unpack the trauma and ridiculousness that is steeped in that particular act. And I am on Preston's head solely for that. The moment that he put up that ultimatum was the moment I was done with Preston as a potential suitor for Danni. But be clear, I would be done with him as a potential suitor for everybody. I actually don't even think that he's going to be good for Mindy, because guess what, Mindy? You are literally his second choice, mama. He is running around Atlanta pining after Danni, sleeping in her bed this minute, leaving clothes at her house the next minute, and then now going to marry you and pull your ass up out of the Alabama swamps or wherever the hell she came from just because he don't want to be alone. It's giving you need to go to therapy, Preston. It's giving you need to unpack whatever the hell you got going on in your mind. It's giving you need to love yourself a little bit better so that you can fully love somebody else. And yes, you came to the table and you was emotionally available, it seemed, and you was honest and you was transparent and you had all of these great qualities that look good on paper. But the moment that you spit it out that goofy ass ultimatum is the moment I realized that you're not actually a good partner for any woman moving forward, and you need to take time right now and heal. So while he might still be pursuing Danni in this damn season 6, he shouldn't be. We are getting moments of seeing him with Mindy. I don't think that they're going to work out. Hopefully she can figure out that she's actually second choice and she could choose better for herself. And maybe, just maybe, Preston could take his ass over to Dr. Reed with Zach, because you know Zach is going to therapy in the second half of season 2 of Fatima, and they could go ahead and work that out and be better men, not only for the women that they want to be with, but for themselves. Okay, I think I said a mouthful. Now it's your turn. Drop down in the comment section and let me know what you think. Do you think do you think Preston still wants Danni? Do you think Preston gonna move forward with Mindy? Do you think Preston want to get it down with the both of them and maybe make a whole little blended situation? Because y'all know polyamory is hella popular right now. It ain't for me in my house, but y'all do what y'all want to do. Drop down in the comment section and tell me all of what you're thinking and feeling in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, subscribed, because guess what? It's a vibe, right? You enjoyed the video, so you're gonna hit that like button and you're gonna hit subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of my other sisters videos. Because again, it's a vibe and we have dope ass conversations. The ones that you be wanting to have with your friends and your family, but they ain't even paying attention enough. They ain't even talking about sisters how you want to talk about sisters. So why don't you go ahead and subscribe so that you can be with your people? Now, Karen is talking about she is going to lose everything, and I got a whole video on it. So you can go ahead and keep the sisters conversation going by clicking this video and giving it a watch. See you over there.